If your feet feel cold even in the middle of summer, if your legs go numb after sitting for a while, or if you've noticed swelling around your ankles by the end of the day, stay right here because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you simple exercises that can genuinely improve blood flow to your feet and legs, starting today. These aren't complicated gym routines. You can do most of these sitting in a chair or lying in bed. And by the end of this video, you'll have a full toolkit you can use every single day to keep your circulation strong. Number 5 is something doctors recommend constantly, yet almost nobody actually does it correctly. So make sure you stick around for that one. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking about something that affects millions of people, especially as we get older, and that's poor circulation in the feet and legs. Maybe you've been told you have poor circulation by your doctor. Maybe you just notice your feet feel cold, tingly, or achy more often than they used to. Or maybe you sit at a desk all day and your legs feel heavy and swollen by the evening. Whatever brought you here, you're in the right place. Poor circulation isn't just uncomfortable. Over time, it can contribute to more serious problems like varicose veins, blood clots, and even nerve damage, especially in people with diabetes. The good news is that your circulatory system responds remarkably well to movement. Your leg muscles actually act like a second heart, squeezing the veins in your legs and helping push blood back up toward your chest against gravity. This is called the muscle pump, and it's one of the most powerful tools you have for improving blood flow naturally, without medication. In this video, we're going through a complete set of exercises, from gentle seated movements to slightly more active ones, that target this muscle pump and get your blood moving efficiently again. Stick with me through the whole video, because we'll also cover the mistakes most people make that actually worsen circulation without realizing it. Let's start with the most basic and most underrated exercise on this entire list: ankle pumps. This is often the very first exercise given to patients recovering from surgery or long periods of bed rest, because it's incredibly effective at getting blood moving in the lower legs. To do this, simply sit or lie down and point your toes away from you as far as you comfortably can, then flex them back toward your shin as far as possible. That's one repetition. Doing this slowly and deliberately for about 20 to 30 repetitions, a few times throughout the day, activates the calf muscles, which are the primary pump for blood returning from your feet and lower legs back up to your heart. If you sit for long stretches at work, doing a set of ankle pumps every hour can make a noticeable difference in reducing that heavy, swollen feeling by the end of the day. Next, let's move to ankle circles, which pair perfectly with ankle pumps. Sit comfortably with one leg slightly lifted and slowly rotate your foot in a full circle from the ankle, first clockwise for about 10 rotations, then counterclockwise for another 10. Switch to the other foot and repeat. This movement doesn't just support circulation, it also keeps the ankle joint flexible and can help reduce stiffness, which is especially helpful for people who deal with arthritis or spend long hours on their feet. Because this exercise engages the ankle from multiple angles, it activates blood flow through a wider network of small vessels in the foot, which is an area that often gets overlooked in typical circulation routines. The third exercise is calf raises, and this one takes things slightly further by directly targeting the calf muscles, which, as we mentioned earlier, are essential for pushing blood upward through your leg veins. Stand near a wall or the back of a sturdy chair for balance, and slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as comfortable, then lower back down with control. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. If standing is difficult, you can do a modified version seated, simply lifting your heels while keeping your toes on the ground. Calf raises are particularly valuable because strong, active calf muscles are directly linked to a lower risk of developing varicose veins and blood pooling in the lower legs, which is a common issue for people who sit or stand for long periods without moving. Number 4 on our list is the seated leg extension, which is fantastic for people who spend a lot of time sitting, whether that's for work, travel, or simply comfort at home. While seated in a chair, Extend one leg straight out in front of you until it's parallel to the floor. Hold for a few seconds, then slowly lower it back down. Alternate legs for 10 to 12 repetitions each. This exercise activates the quadriceps and engages the veins running through the thigh, encouraging blood flow through a part of the leg that doesn't get much stimulation from simple walking alone. It's also a wonderful option for anyone recovering from an injury or dealing with joint pain that makes standing exercises more difficult. Now here's number 5, the one we mentioned at the very beginning, and it's something almost every doctor recommends, yet very few people do correctly. And that's simply walking, but with proper attention to how and when you do it. Most people think walking for circulation just means going for an occasional stroll, but the real benefit comes from frequency and consistency rather than intensity. Taking a brisk 5 to 10 minute walk every 1 to 2 hours, especially if you have a job that requires long periods of sitting or standing still, is dramatically more effective for circulation than one long walk done once a day. This is because circulation problems in the legs are often caused by prolonged stillness, and breaking up that stillness regularly throughout the day keeps the muscle pump active continuously, rather than only once in a while. If you can't step outside, even walking in place indoors, marching your knees up towards your waist for a minute or two provides a similar benefit and can be done right at your desk or in front of the television. Sign, or rather exercise. Number 6 is the leg elevation technique, which works a little differently than the others because it uses gravity to your advantage rather than muscle activation. Lie down on your back and prop your legs up against a wall or on a stack of pillows so that they're elevated above the level of your heart. Stay in this position for 10 to 15 minutes. This simple positioning helps drain excess fluid and blood that may have pooled in the lower legs throughout the day, reducing swelling and giving your circulatory system a chance to reset. Many people find this especially helpful in the evening, after a long day of sitting or standing, and it pairs beautifully with ankle pumps, which you can do while your legs are elevated for an extra circulation boost. Finally, exercise number 7 is toe curls, sometimes done with a small towel on the floor. Sit in a chair with a towel laid flat under your feet and using only your toes, scrunch the towel toward you, then release and repeat. This works the smaller muscles in the feet that don't get much attention from typical leg exercises, but which still play a meaningful role in circulation to the toes and forefoot, an area particularly prone to numbness and cold sensations when circulation is poor. If you don't have a towel handy, simply curling and releasing your toes repeatedly for a minute or two provides a similar, though slightly less intense, benefit. Beyond these 7 exercises, there are a few everyday habits worth mentioning that can either support or undermine your circulation efforts. Try to avoid crossing your legs for extended periods while sitting, since this can restrict blood flow in the veins behind the knee. Staying well hydrated also plays a bigger role in circulation than most people realize, since dehydration thickens the blood slightly, making it harder for your heart and muscles to push it through your vessels efficiently. And if you smoke, know that smoking is one of the most damaging habits for circulation specifically, because it causes blood vessels to constrict and contributes to plaque buildup over time. None of these are exercises, but they work hand in hand with the movements we've covered to give your circulatory system the best possible support. It's also worth mentioning that while these exercises are safe and beneficial for most people, if you're experiencing sudden swelling, one leg becoming significantly more swollen than the other, skin discoloration, or sharp pain in your calf, these can sometimes be signs of a blood clot, and you should seek medical attention promptly rather than relying on exercise alone. For general circulation support, though, these 7 movements, done consistently, are exactly what many physical therapists and vascular specialists recommend to patients dealing with everyday circulation concerns. To put it all together, if you start incorporating ankle pumps, ankle circles, calf raises, seated leg extensions, frequent short walks, leg elevation, and toe curls into your daily routine, Even just 10 to 15 minutes total spread throughout your day, you'll likely notice a real difference in how your feet and legs feel within just a couple of weeks. Less coldness, less swelling, less of that heavy, tired feeling by the evening. Circulation, much like strength and flexibility, responds beautifully to consistency, and it's never too late to start giving your legs the movement they need to keep blood flowing the way it should. If this video helped you, please take a moment to hit the like button because it truly helps this information reach more people who are dealing with the exact same circulation struggles. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we share practical, easy-to-follow health content just like this every single week. Let us know in the comments which exercise you're going to try first, or if you have a circulation tip of your own that's worked well for you. I read every comment, and I genuinely love to hear from you. Take care of your legs, share this with someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next video.